I can help.
2 helpers.
And this actually works out well for you because I rolled well on my successes, so I could actually take you out.
But he can't now.
Under help and any modifiers, I'm going to also keep track of the hammers -1. So instead of 2 helpers, it'll count as 1, just to balance the books.
Yes.
Just waiting for the roll to come up. Whenever it's ready.
It'll eventually get there.
Are you lagging?
I must be. I mean, the dialogue boxes for the roll queries were going really fast, but the roll itself isn't.
Maybe try again. If it hasn't shown up by now.
Yeah.
It might not be showing up at all. And conceivably, let's say, yeah, you have...
Oh.
Nice.
Good roll. Yes, you successfully defend against that attack.
Got any faint points?
Let me see. I think I do.
I don't know. Would getting a higher on the attack versus defense, would that actually do?
No, actually, it wouldn't.
No.
Oh, then never mind.
Because everybody is at full disposition.
Because at best, you would get us, more disposition back, but nobody has any use for it right now.
Okay, that
So
sounds
we
like it's
will
me
move
done.
on to the next. And he attacks again.
Alright, I am using a sword, because it's my only weapon I have, which means if I claim it so, I get a +1 die to all my attacks for the rest of this conflict. That is why I posted the weapons thing as the very first pin on this chat. Because everyone's different weapons do different things.
Yes, they do.
So I assume I have the help of you two. So that's +2, so +3 total.
Ooh. So you will lose 2 disposition, and I will lose 3.
Well, that knocks me out, and then rolls over to somebody else. Probably, well, let's say Klingerton, because he has 2, which means he can take 1 and not be knocked out.
That's what I was thinking.
But doesn't that knock this guy out too? Oh, wait, hold on. Since we brought up armor last time, can I use armor for anything?
You can.
I have plate mail. I have the equivalent of plate mail.
Before we only used leather armor, so let me make sure I'm getting that right.
Yeah, and I only have the weapon thing. I didn't actually post a armor thing.
You would think that the armor thing would be with the weapon somewhere.
It's probably in the same chapter.
Like all armor, plates subtracts 1 success from opponent's successful or tied attack or feint in a fight. After use, roll a d6 on a 1 or a 2. The armor is damaged or destroyed. On a 3+, it is still usable. Against maces and warhammers, plate is damaged on a 1 through 4.
I guess that raises 2 questions. Well, my first one is, what weapon are they using?
Swords.
Okay. And you said, my second question is, you said only on a tie?
It gives you a -1 success to my roll on a tie or a success.
Oh, or a success. Okay, so I'm going to roll my d6 here and then hope for not a 1 and a 2?
Correct. There you go.
Yeah, so only I get knocked out, and the rest of you are fine.
Nice.
Now on to the third. He has a little bit left of his disposition. And he certainly does not want to get captured. He attacks with 2.
So the maneuver does what again?
Maneuver, that will be 2 independent tests here. Didn't want to do that. I'm sorry, that is a versus test. Not an independent for you.
It's a versus?
On the
Yes.
the other old map, I had that whole thing dropped onto the map, so...
I gotta bring that back over.
And I didn't pin it anywhere on the Discord, so I couldn't even quick look it up.
But yes, that is a versus test for you. Versus an attack.
And what am I supposed to be rolling?
That, I believe, would be fighter. Let me double check here. Handouts.
I have a 0 for fighter. So that normally uses health.
What's that?
So I have a 0 for fighter, so I can roll the beginner's luck thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that for my health, which is 2. And if anybody wants to jump in and help,
what's the skill that is maneuver still use fighter? I thought he used a different skill.
Checking that right now.
Because I'm no good at maneuver, because I think it uses a skill I don't have. God, where is that chart?
And
I was looking for it too. I didn't see it.
For some reason, that's not on the.
Nope, sorry, wrong one. It's disposition. Ah, there we go. We are in a capture, a maneuver. Nope, sorry, maneuver is fighter. The other one is hunter. Defend and feint use hunter.
I also don't have that. All right, so gonna go and I guess roll the beginner's luck.
Yep.
Is anybody helping?
I can help.
I don't have hunter. I can't use it. Can't help.
I
don't have hunter either. I can't help either. Oops.
Oh, this is gonna be ending very well.
Which I guess technically, do you have hunter, Arcloid?
No.
Which means that when you rolled defense earlier, you should have been rolling your hunter. Which you don't have. Yeah, we're still in a capture conflict.
Okay, so maneuver with nothing. A big goose egg.
Right.
There we go. Posted it in Discord, so now we have a quick return reference.
You will lose 2 disposition.
I'm out.
And
You
again,
gotta give one.
Still in.
Klingerton has 2 still, so he can take 1 and still begin.
Alright, so this is going to take us to our next round.
Guess I'll put myself in dark since I'm out.
Yeah, so I guess it'll be me, then Klingerton, and then
That's it.
That's it.
Seth is knocked out.
Right, and all my actions are set.
Don't forget to drag yourself out, Seth. Robert.
So Klingerton, you'll be number 2. I'll be number 1.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said don't forget to drag yourself out, Robert.
I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Now here's hoping that Dennis has not dragged out any defense cards.
Oh, keep hoping.
Yeah, considering we just had a conversation about how none of us have Hunter, which is the defense skill
Mm-hmm.
in this conflict.
Well,
Probably. Maybe we should have went with killing.
sorry to upset you there, Theta.
Yeah, I'm just saying things. I'm just saying things because they'd be funny if they happened, and if not, it's incidental conversation.
Right. All right. I am attacking
All right.
with my one disposition.
Oh, you
Gonna
think that's the
capture
worst
you.
part?
I'm going to capture it once.
There's
and
only
for all.
one person here who can help you, and you're injured, which means you have a -1.
Nice.
Which means no help.
He is actually defending. He's catching on that he's pretty busted up and doesn't want to go down. However, he only gets...
Can I put a -1 in the modifier thing or no? Can you
I
do
believe
that?
so. Just put a negative in front of it. Ooh.
What would I roll? One success.
Rolled 1 success, and he had 2 successes on his defend, so he will actually get back 1 disposition.
Do the NPCs typically have armor or anything?
This guy does not.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because they've never used armor either. So I was just wondering if they ever have it.
You've never actually run into anybody with armor yet. All right. He goes up to 2 disposition. Ready for the second card?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
This time he attacks.
So this is fighter.
It's up to you, Arcaloid. You
Do I have your help, Herrick?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I have a +1 from my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of help, and then the modifier is a +2. Here we go.
You need a 3. Oh, 4 is even
Ooh.
better!
I had 1 success on my attack, so you will lose 1 disposition.
Which will knock you out.
And you took him out.
Yes, you had taken him out.
Which ironically means Herrick is the only one who's not having a problem with this conflict.
Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go. Little emergency.
All right.
So what do you say? Injuries all around?
Yes. Everybody's getting busted up. However, it looks like your idea of doing it that way to see if you want to flee might have been the proper idea.
What do you mean?
Well,
We're
if you
doing the
had-
combat this way instead of all at once, so that if we wanted to run away at the end of any of these conflict resolutions, that would be our opportunity. Otherwise, we'd be stuck in it.
So I guess I'm gonna tie up the other, the next bandit.
I mean, technically
Since
anybody can. We're not knocked out. We're just injured.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
You're all busted up and bloody.
Oh, I'll tie him in the rope with the other guy, so we got 2.
Right.
Can we jam him in the doorway? Like put him in the doorway to not let the other guys come through?
Well, would they just pull them back in the doorway on their side?
Yeah, I guess they would.
That would turn into probably a health test as you fight against each other, playing tug of war with this guy.
Also, entirely counter to the concept of capturing them.
Right. I'll just say we could
Capture
do this
them,
all
take them
day.
Oh yeah,
Give us the girl.
Captain America them.
I whisper into Sir's ear, we can't do this all day.
I mean, I'll do it as long as I hold together.
Give us the girl.
As you say that, your arm falls off.
Well, no, my arm's being held together by string. So.
The string snaps. I don't know.
No, I'm injured. I'm not broken.
So we'll say to Abhor, all we want is the girl. We don't care about anything else.
My arm probably just doesn't go all the way down anymore.
Bjorn hollers back. That's nice you got the girl. You can maybe buy her from me.
Okay, how much?
What?
I've got this silver torque.
I'll put her worth at around, I'll say it. You need 10 dice worth of wealth.
How about two guys and a silver torque?
I have
Yeah, what's
one...
the silver torque? What is that?
The thing that we looted from the very first dungeon.
Yeah. How about this? I hold that up and show it across. How about this? I'll trade her for this.
My head comes around because it's still attached to my neck.
Oh, it's on your neck.
That was the only place I had free to actually hold it in, so I just put it on me.
So you
Yeah.
hold up Sir's head and it's like, here you go.
I got stuff like that back in my room. I don't need that. Besides, I can collect it from you after you're dead.
We could just bury you in here.
Okay, try. Get 'em, boys.
Note to self: we are terrible at
good guy.
negotiating.
Well, to be fair, our negotiator went to work.
No, she's sleeping up top.
Our second best negotiator is down here pointing out how my body stopped working.
I think you dropped this.
It was
Alright.
extra.
All right, what's the plan? What are we doing?
My Kia built.
I think we gotta. Let's. I think maybe we gotta run. What do you guys think?
I mean, obviously Seth wants to run because Seth isn't a fighter.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I can't ask Arkloyd because he's having an emergency. But I don't know what his instincts are. Or his beliefs, rather.
And I'm assuming you wish to stay till the death?
Well, my beliefs are that I don't leave anyone behind, but none of you are here to be left behind, so... And I don't know that I'm so attached to the girl to think she's one of mine that I can't leave behind.
Well, he wasn't so worried about us burying him in, so maybe there's maybe there's another way in.
I mean, you guys have seen this place.
We didn't walk all the way around. Maybe there's another way.
You don't
in.
know where this place goes.
I mean, my belief is there's always a way. So maybe there's another way.
Oh, come on, well, let's... I mean, this is a meta time here. We can discuss, because the clock's not ticking, so... What's the MacGyver move right now?
I think we leave and try to find another way in. But we're just gonna have to run because they're gonna come out after us.
Right. Because we didn't prepare a boulder or anything at the top.
Right. Maybe. Well, wasn't there something up top that maybe we could push?
It was just a flap.
Into the way?
That flap, and we cut the rope, so we can't even tie it down.
I'd say I can
is-
try and cast a spell again, but I don't think I can.
And we didn't pick up the 2 flasks of oil when in the rope room, so can't set the stairs on fire either. So unfortunately, the one of us that carries all of the oil is also not the same person who carries the flint and tinder.
I thought Klinger didn't have the flint and tinder.
Does he? I don't know. I just remember we had that conversation last week.
If Klingerdon has the flint and tinder...
Well, technically, I think the problem there then is that Maxima is the one with all the flasks of oil, and she's upstairs already, asleep.
That's true, that's true.
But I can't remember. Was there? I thought that at the entrance where the tarp was, there were some other things right there.
There's a whole bunch of ruins from the tower.
Yeah, maybe we can push some of those into place as we're making our way up.
We all
To
have
go.
-1 to our skills. Just want to rewind that too now.
Well, we got to figure something out, right?
Sure, we can always just run back to the farm. Hey, 50% of your kids is better than none of your kids, right?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm not okay with that. That was sarcasm. You can't replace kids, Robert.
Yes, you can. It's called sex.
Okay, I didn't know that you were a bear.
But
I
bears
think-
replace kids like that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, a mother bear will sacrifice a child because a mother can always have more bears.
No shit. I never knew that.
I think that we're gonna leave and try to, when we get to the top, try to push, look for something that we can push into the entrance. What about the table right here? Can we move the table? Is the table too heavy?
No, you can move that table. If a couple of you grab onto it, then you can move it without making any rolls.
Okay, so I
If
think
one of you grabs it, however, that would be a labor test.
so maybe two of us can take the table, and then as we get close to the entrance, the other two can go up, and then the last two can pull the table into the corridor to try to wedge it in, jam it in, so they can't.
Almost
right
like
here.
a tower shield.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that's how we'd have to carry it, because I'm just trying to follow the narrative of how that takes place.
Yeah.
So I imagine we'd have to carry it tall ways, like a shield, to protect ourselves as we're backing away.
Holding on to the legs of the
That does
table.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because they're going to come in. Because they're
Yeah.
going to come in when we do that. And then Seth can grab the money off the table and take that.
Sure, why not? I'll grab the money real quick.
Right. And me and either Arcaloid or Sir can, use it as a tower
Do you
shield.
have
and then-
labor?
Well, I don't have to use that if more than one person's doing it.
Oh, I thought, okay.
So you start moving
So I
up
know
the
Klingerdin
stairs
and
like
myself both
that.
actually have labor.
Once you start taking it up the stairs is only wide enough for one person. Whereas where you're in a big open area, two people could grab it and carry it.
Okay.
But once you stand it up straight and start bringing it up those stairs,
Well, who's
that's
the laborer?
when one person.
So that two of us are. Although
Who are those
I'll
two?
double down on that. My nature is also laborer.
Okay, so then you could do that with the table, and then we'll go ahead of you.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
And we'll make our way back up, and then we'll find another way around. Not go back to the farm.
Well, we still got to push the stuff into the entrance, aren't we?
Right. But while you're bringing the table up, we'll run up and look for stuff to push in, and then when you come up, we'll push the stuff in.
And obviously, you can run up the stairs where he's going to just be kind of walking backwards much slower.
Right.
I do grab as much of the gold I have on the table beforehand and then rush up.
Oh, if only you'd brought your sacks down with you.
I have the sacks. I brought my backpack again, so I do have some
Oh,
room.
there you go.
You don't really have time though to go digging into your backpack. As two of you are grabbing that table, one person's grabbing the money off of it in a mad dash. The rest of these guys are starting to move into this room.
Run faster.
Yeah, I go upstairs then.
All right. You manage to get the equivalent of one bag of gold. That would be worth 2 dice and takes up one place stored, which right now is in both of your hands because you're kind of running around like
So we're
this.
only 6D short of buying that girl.
All right. However, you start moving up. Sir, you're grabbing that table and using it as a tower shield?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to make a laborer test.
Does my nature add anything to that? Because my nature is also a laborer.
Yeah, you would simply tap your nature and add that to your pool.
And do I do anything with the rating? I'm always confused about that.
What do you mean? Your obstacles?
No, my rating of nature. Using it does using it affect the rating?
No, it affects the amount of dice you roll.
And you're saying that I add my rating to the pool that I use for labor, skill labor?
Yes.
So I add 5 to that?
Yes.
-1 for
Nice.
being injured? Oh, god damn it, I'm not a laborer. I keep getting it mixed up, I'm a steward.
Well, tough shit. You screwed the pooch on that.
Yeah.
And just
what
tap
is...
your nature to do it.
Say what?
You can
Yeah.
simply tap your nature.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Well, that's right. It's still more dice than even if I thought I was right.
And your obstacle for this is only 1. Very easy taking this thing up.
I thought I had 2 labor, because I keep getting steward mixed up with labor, so my nature is still more dice than I would have had. -1.
All you need is better than a 1.
Well, yeah, but -1 dice because I'm injured. Obstacle you said was 1, right? 1.
Correct. There's about a chance of you falling over backwards if you
Nah, I'm good at
stumble.
this. This is...
Oh, yeah.
It's in my nature.
Yeah, you even push a few of them backwards down the stairs as you're going up. You buy plenty of time for them upstairs to start pushing over. There's lots of big rocks from the ruins. You could block that way up, but they're big stones. It would be a laborer test.
Okay.
Or health. Or
Hel-
beginner's
Well,
luck.
Clingerton up there actually is a laborer. Unlike
Oh,
me, who
alright.
thought he was.
Yep. So what do you need me to do here?
I cannot
that'll-
assist at all, actually, now that I think about it.
Test. Anybody can help if they have laborer.
I can't.
I shall help.
All right. There's 2 of you. Obstacle on this is going to be 2. Once you actually get it rolling, it goes pretty easy.
So who's doing the roll?
Arcaloid.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
And I presume you all are waiting for Sir to get up with the table.
Right.
Steward
So
is the
many help
skill
steward
used
it.
by judges and guild masters and everything, so not even close to the right skill.
Yeah, you're a bureaucrat.
So how much help did I get? Just 1?
I believe that's all it was.
Remember, though, you're injured. You walked away. You didn't walk away. You had that problem, and you were injured, so you don't forget to mark that, and it gives you a -1 dice to all your skill checks.
Does the sheet count it automatically, or should I?
It
count
does
it
not,
in the
apparently.
help?
As
Yeah,
we
it does
learned
not
from
count it.
Dennis, it does not.
Ooh. Okay. So the 2 of you, I will say, managed to push this boulder down. However, you both become exhausted in the process.
What if I was already exhausted?
Ooh, are you injured?
Yes.
Then I will say... you said you had a backpack, right?
Yes.
That backpack falls out as you're rolling the boulder over, and it drops down the stairwell right before the boulder.
Oh shit.
Too bad now.
Yeah, because I can't give you any more conditions, really, unless I give you death.
Well, he could be angry or afraid, right? Or sick, right?
I would say it'd be either exhausted or injured.
Right. I'm just asking. Okay, yeah. All right, so you lose your backpack. Sorry, buddy.
Or you could offer something else, but I'm not sure what else there is.
Oh no, I'm good with that. As much as it sucks, I'm good with it.
All right. The boulder does drop down in there. You can hear some commotion. some screaming, you think that it may have actually rolled down on a couple of them. It does, however, look like it has adequately blocked it that it'll take them a significant amount of time to get themselves out.
All right, let's scout around and see where they come out of.
All right, so you are just gonna.
It's still you, isn't it?
Actually,
You
I'd
know,
actually argue we should sit down and relax for a second before we scout around.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think we can. Can we actually do a camp phase here on top?
No one has any checks.
Right. So I hear where you're coming from, but there's no actual benefit to doing that. You look too injured to recover from your injuries by sitting around.
I was mainly saying let's eat something or else we're gonna go into another phase and it's gonna suck.
See, I don't even consider that.
All right, well, let's eat something.
Yes,
I'll
because
eat-
that was
I'll eat my last ration.
15, which triggered the grind, and that was for sirs. Then you rolled the boulder down. I gotta take us all the way back to round 1. But 16 was a grind. So, if you were hungry and thirsty after you dumped that boulder down, you will have to check the next condition down on the grind.
Done.
Wait, which is the actual one? Next one
Angry.
down. Remember, the
let's
sheets
see.
aren't in order. The sheets aren't in actual order of what's next.
Should be
Yeah,
a
they are.
grind
No, they're not.
tracker on your character sheet as well.
Remember, we had a whole conversation that the book says the sheets aren't in order to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, but you have 2 separate ones. One is for conditions on your character sheet. Then in the middle, you have the grind. And that's the order you would go through. So if you are hungry and thirsty and you are exhausted as well, you would then become angry.
Oh,
Then
you're
you
talking
would
about that
become
one. Okay.
sick.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
that's
conditions
what I
on the
was talking
right-hand side. What the conditions are.
Yes. Yeah. You use the he can look at the grind one to figure out what would come next.
Okay. So can I eat now?
Yes, you can, and that would alleviate hungry and thirsty.
As a condition,
Yes.
not in the grind. Okay.
Yeah, the
No,
other
that would
stuff,
eliminate it in the grind.
Okay. All right. There. Now I think we need to scout around this ruins and see, since that leader didn't seem to be too upset about us blocking him in. So I think he knows another way. So if we can find that other way, then we can get in and get the girl.
All right, go ahead.
Because that's what I want to do. So I want to scout around.
All right. Scouting around for another entrance in. Let me see here. It's going to be an obstacle of 3.
Okay. Can anybody help me?
Yeah.
Because I'm at
think.
-1.
You have scout, right? Or
Yeah,
You did. Mhm.
I do.
Quick check. Yeah. You can help with Pathfinder or Hunter.
I mean, still that's helpful because that's 3 skills instead of just 2.
Right. Anybody help?
No, still outside my ballpark.
Okay. And the obstacle is what?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Did you use up all your persona already?
I did.
I mean, I have an alternate idea.
Go ahead.
My nature is calculating. You guys have pretty much walked around the entire place, except for a couple of doorways that we haven't seen. If I observe what your typical footsteps are, and you describe the layout to me, could I not use my nature of calculating to try and, walk an area up here on the surface that is the same
Like
as the
measuring
building
off
below?
with your feet.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, he recounts his steps. I've mentally calculated the distance between each of his steps and given him an average length of footfall. He describes to me which directions he went and where he observed doors to be and doors that he did or did not go through. So that way I can recreate a overlay.
Gotcha. I think
Because in that way I could then, from the surface, determine this area over here and this area over here, where that is on the surface, and then we could just check that area out and really reduce the amount of space that we have to scout around.
yes. Trying to think of how you could do that if you're tapping your nature. I think that would actually be a good idea with measuring off the steps. So you don't have to make a test for that. And I will call that a tool for scouting to the pool. How's that sound?
Would that then also be able to apply to his check that he just made?
Yes.
So he just rolls an extra d6? Very good, Dennis. We did a lot of steps there, but we got you a bonus die.
That's awesome.
And it was enough.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, hunting around, you do find something. It would actually be in this area, but it is just a shaft going down.
In what area? I didn't see you ping.
Are we on the same map as you?
Yeah, you know what? I am pinging off of the map. That's the problem.
Oh, I thought you might have been on the surface map.
No, I'm on the dungeon map, but it is you find something, but it's not in a spot that you. It would be, let me see, due north of the stairway.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I can actually do this better, moving
that's
this
the way
back over to that map. There we go. The area where you find the shaft is right in here.
Well, that's the way in.
It's a shaft. We can't fit through there necessarily.
How big
It
is
is
the
big enough for about a person to fit through, maybe 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet. It's tight, but you can get through.
What's the angle of the shaft?
It is going slightly angled, but not very much.
And I mean, what direction?
It is angled slightly to the south.
Because again, the confusing part is that it's north of the stairway, which is on the exact opposite side of the dungeon? I don't know what we're calling it. From the places that you didn't explore.
But that's got to be the way in.
Well, I mean, it's the only place we found, so I don't disagree with that. I just mean it's confusing that it's on the wrong side of the dungeon.
Can I make a suggestion? We are very ineffective at doing a lot right now. Perhaps we should head back to the homestead, regroup, and then come back and investigate. Because they're not going to be getting out anytime soon, and I doubt they're going to be using that shaft.
I will also give some input. This isn't in the regular rule book. It is in the campaign book. There are rules that you can use a farmsteading for a town phase, but it is very limited.
We don't have any checks though, so
Well, you don't need checks for town.
I mean, I
Oh.
was going to say something about it. We used it as a camp before, which was the checks thing. I was like, wait a second, if we went back there, I'd level up.
I'm not sure if that would work. I would have to go through and reread that section in the campaign.
Well, I mean, if you count it as a town phase, but if you're saying it's limited and that it doesn't let me level up, then never mind.
Well, I'm honestly not sure if you can level up or not. I'd have to go back and read it.
So Seth, you make a good point because we could interview the girl back at the farmstead and see where they're holding her sister. Obviously, that girl is okay. She looked okay. I mean, she ran off. I didn't see how well she looked, but she was just serving them food. So I'm guessing she's okay. I don't know why the other one would be not serving food, but so I think we can go back, talk to her. Maybe she has some inclination about where her sister is. And we can plan to come back tomorrow, and hopefully they won't have gotten through. Let's
Yes,
go back to the farmstead.
I think
Yeah.
that's what we should be doing.
Okay.
All right. And we are also at just about 11:45. So this is probably a good place to wrap up. As soon as Theta comes back, we can do the end of session.
Okay.
Yeah, these are quickly getting beaten up.
Yep.
Yep.
It happens. At least we're not dead yet.
Well, the dungeon isn't over yet, though. Gotta find another player for my Wednesday night game. I
What are
met
you
a
playing?
girl. Significant others. The great destroyer of campaigns.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What are you
Nope.
What are you playing Wednesday night?
We are getting ready to switch up. I'm gonna give a one shot of Monster of the Week to the two guys left, and then when we get a couple guys or another guy in, we're probably gonna do Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Cool.
We're playing Dungeon World, but I've been playing Dungeon World for about 5 years, and I'm starting to get bored. That whole not rolling dice stuff.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Dungeon World.
It's pretty easy. Think of the entire mechanic breaks down to roll 2d6, add a small modifier. 0 through 6 is bad news. 7 through 9 is a partial success or a small complication. 10 and up is you do it great.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have
And that-
classes, and the classes have moves in them, which are basically just your special moves, and they trigger narratively.
Seems easy enough.
Yeah, it's a real quick, easy game. But you play it a lot, and the quick and easy turns into rather basic.
Yeah.
Okay. You're back.
Yep.
And it's about 10 minutes to 12, so I was going to say if we wanted to wrap up here and do the end of session.
Sounds good. Did I miss anything though, like healing or whatnot?
No, they were just talking talked about probably going back to the farmstead.
Oh, I assumed that's what was going to happen. That's why I
Yes.
thought I might have missed a healing check or something.
No. So, did anybody act on their beliefs? Or a fate point?
Never
Or again-
settle for good enough.
Well, I think this was good enough.
Yeah, but did he settle for it?
Well, we're
I
going
think
back
so,
to get
because
the
she's
girl.
grand.
Yeah, so I guess you settled for good enough.
There's always a
And-
way. So I found another way in.
Okay.
I don't
And
think
if
I
you-
did.
Okay.
I did not do mine either.
All right. If you acted on your belief, you get a fate point. Did anybody act against their belief?
I did. At least I think I did. Hold on.
I kind of joked, but maybe I did.
I mean, I really wanted to tap that wine barrel, but
I
You
will.
resisted.
I will never leave a fallen comrade to fall into the hands of the enemy. What was that? Ron? Ron?
So if you did act against your beliefs, you get a persona point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Did anybody work toward their goal or accomplish their goal?
I did.
If you
I've-
work towards your goal, it is a fate point. If you accomplished it, it is a persona point.
So if I half completed it, I'd save the girls. I saved one of them. So is that working towards it? Not completing it, right?
Say that's working towards it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fate point.
yeah, and I'm assuming the bandits are not routed yet.
Correct.
Yep, you're working towards it.
Yep.
Haven't yet eliminated the bandit leader, but I'm working towards it.
No one triggered an instinct, I don't think, today.
Could have. I always forget about it.
I'm still
Okay.
learning the system. Yeah.
Always lead the way through a rough spot. Nope, didn't trigger it.
Yeah, you have to trigger it and it has to benefit the group.
Right.
So who was the MVP?
Herrick?
Yeah, we'll go with Herrick.
There's no
Okay.
objections from Herrick.
Nope.
Well, I mean, he did most of the stuff, so kind of makes it the
What?
most valuable.
So if I'm the
Teamwork.
MVP, what's that mean?
Persona.
you will-
Persona point.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Team worker.
Maximo?
Okay.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
wait. I want to say Maximo is probably the role-playing one. I would say. So, and I don't think the role-playing can be the team player.
You can't be both.
Right.
Write down Maxima or embodiment.
Yeah. So.
Well, Sir would probably be the choice there for the team player, no?
I don't know. This kind of feels like the episode where I've been most against team player.
I don't know either, so.
Did anybody not get a point for Persona this week?
I have not, but I haven't
Okay.
earned it.
I think most of us have.
Well, you can be the team worker this week.
That's fair. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, then. So that will take care of it for this week. Thank you, everybody. It was a good time.
All right.
I had fun.
Thank you.
Thank you much. I'll see you all next week.
Sounds good.
See ya.